Hey guys, it's me Shane. I'm here with another Digimon Adventure 2020 episode recap and review. It's a good one. As you can tell by my hat, it's a festive season. I'm gonna take this hat off because this was a very interesting episode. And I mean that in a good way. So, today's episode is episode 27, To the New Continent. Pardon me. As we remember last time, after Taichi Yamato Takaru had fell into the ocean on top of Eldoradimon, after having dealt with the Mamimon issue, they soon had to deal with a Seizuremon issue, which Seizuremon started to digivolve after eating another Digimon. They did their best to combat it, but towards the end, it was Hikari bringing the rest of the children to the digital world to give them that assist after they had figured out the Strait of Hermas issue. And that is where we begin right off the bat. Taichi addresses Hikari and, saying, like, who called for you? And she doesn't know. And the other was just like, yeah, we were engulfed in his light. We were brought right down here. And, excuse me. And, they're paying attention to them reaching the next continent, which has all these black clouds, black lightning falling from the sky. They're about to go right into a storm. Koshiro gives Taichi Yamato and Takaru the upgrade for their Digivices, which allow them to now, scan their Digimon and scan other Digimon and get all their stats, their name, health. It's kind of like a video game in a way. Um, we also got this cool visual on Koshiro's Digivice of Agumon. It was spinning around. I would love to see some AR or something like that on phones. If they ever one day made a Digimon Go, that would be kind of cool. Anyway, I digress. Uh, Koshiro didn't show them what was going on in the real world. There was still, you know, power outage and information leaks going on because of the Zurumon going around eating up data and transferring the data from the real world to digital world. And who was it? I believe Yamato made the comment that even though they defeated Devimon, it was like more and more stuff is going on. And Gabumon even mentions, well, maybe it's someone or something bigger that's going on. And Hikari, we go to Hikari. She's not really surprised by the Digimon. Agumon introduces himself. She calls Agumon cute. Um, she she kind of stares at Patamon and Takaru for a minute. I think they both realized that they were watching their brothers fight Nidhoggmon, but it's not really clicking. But they know, but it's not clicking. If that makes sense. Uh, Patamon introduces himself. She says Patamon's cute. She meets Takaru. All of the Digimon and other children are finally told that Patamon is the holy Digimon that they have been searching for. Patamon makes the observation that Patamon just looks like one of them now, which is kind of interesting, kind of cute. Um, as they're all giving their introductions, suddenly there's an issue with NASA. A spaceship is about to explode. The energy levels are rising, and actually, they actively watch this spacecraft explode. Koshiro was actually on the net, and it's kind of reminiscent of our world war game from the Digimon movie. He's seeing all these chat bubbles. Apparently, the United States and the world are looking into what's going on with all this information getting out and everything, more or less going haywire. The whole world saw the spacecraft explode because it was live streamed. So, yeah, that's another big issue. Um, I already covered that. Got some notes here, people. Just want to make sure I get on track because there's a lot of stuff that happened. Suddenly, they're in the middle of this storm. There are typhoons and black lightning is trying to hit Eldoradimon. Everything is very reminiscent of what happened with Nidhoggmon, with all the disasters that are happening with them with the black lightning seem to be syncing up with things getting worse in the real world. And as a black lightning bolt's about to hit Yamato and his sister, Leomon, Falcomon, and Spidermon, they hold their arms up and they're more or less redirecting and sending away the black lightning. He tells them to go away, get to the new continent. They have to defend Eldoradimon because he's still hurt from the miasma. He hasn't recovered from that yet. He fully believes that there is not a coincidence that the chosen children are there. He tells them we're going to meet up again, but get out of there. We have our resident flyers, Kabuterimon and Bergermon. They digivolve from Biomon and Tentomon, which we also have Gomamon digivolving into Kakumon. So they split up a bit into three parties so they could fly and, go by sea. And as Leomon and the others are controlling the storm and kind of go into this massive whirlpool sinkhole, it looks as if the dark clouds have dissipated, light is breaking through. It looks like everything's gonna be okay. I did forget to say that Tentomon and Piyomon were gonna scout, but that's when they started getting the information about what's going on in the real world. Anyhow, they make their way to land. Yeah, they made their way to land, and Yamato says, I could have sworn I saw something in the grass move. They started to get pelted, not by missiles, but these projectiles that are going at them. And soon they are met with hundreds and hundreds of Tortomon. Don't know why in English it's called Tortomon, because it's a tortoise, but whatever. Tortomon here, this one of the older Digimon actually. It was in the card game. It was in the first and second season of Digimon. Very comical Digimon in second season, but this hundreds and hundreds of hordes are just attacking them, and the others are having a hard time trying to land. So this is where we get Taichi and Agumon jumping down, turn to Greymon. He's trying to redirect some of the fire so that the rest can land. The rest do land, and when they do land, we get everyone digivolving. One little thing I was gonna note is that Mimi was crying about being in the sky because she was on Bergermon, which whatever, whatever. I will note no one got an evolution cutscene. They just all had that ball of light and they digivolve. Another one of the great things about the reboot. Anyway, they're all doing their best to combat the Tortomon. Greymon mentions, they're trying to eat them, and they're not going to let this happen. Even after they land, again, Mimi, so wishy-washy. Apparently she had a good time in the sky now. Whatever. We get Togemon. We get Togemon and... No, Togemon's the only one that came. She was the last one to Digivolve. And they're all fighting, but suddenly all the Tortomon let out this loud screech, which you would think that was something towards the chosen children. It wasn't. They all start to retreat. And as they run away, two massive green clawed arms rise up and grab two in each hand. Right before they went to a commercial break, but when they got back, we see this giant green Digimon pop two in his mouth, and he eats them. And I guess their version of eating is just chomping down the data bits, and then they absorb it. And they do it again, and even the children of the Digimon, they feel kind of bad for what's going on. But we are finally introduced to a fan favorite Digimon, Groundramon. This is one of the possible ultimate levels of Dracomon. I believe he turns into a giant construction dragon Digimon. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I am partial to this Digimon. If you guys remember, the blue dragon that Ogamon was riding on, the thing that it came from could have turned into that. So yeah, now they're eye and eye with this thing, and Taichi makes a note that they saw before with the Seedramon. When Digimon are eating other Digimon, they get stronger and stronger to Digivolve. And it looks like Groundramon has them next on their list. We get a very cute moment that I'm going to speculate on later. Hopefully I remember. I speculate on later with Greymon and talking to Garurumon. And, Garurumon says, they can't turn around. They can't go back. They have to fight. And this is after Mimi said that they come to a dangerous place. Duh. The digital world earlier was dangerous, but I digress. He says, they got to go forward, so they got to win. And Greymon says, yeah, don't you get gobbled up. And Garurumon smiles and says, yeah, you too. It's cute moment, cute enough that I had to mention it. And I have a theory behind that, but I'll talk about that later. So, uh, as everyone's trying to avoid another attack avoid the first attack on them from Groundramon. Fortunately, Kakumon and Togemon are captured. Togemon tries to use her prickly bang bang. Couldn't get out. Kakumon tried to use his attack to get Togemon out. Didn't work, and in fact, that just made the drooling Groundramon bring Hakumon closer. It's about to eat him, but that's a no go because the other four that are not captured, they all digivolve into their ultimate forms. They got a quick, I want to say 3 second. We can see their bodies changing, but they were engulfed in the light and they emerged again. So really nice. They all got their ultimate evolutions. Garurumon, Zudomon, Wergarurumon, and of course Metal Greymon. Uh, make sure I didn't forget anything. Nope, didn't forget anything. Uh, so oh, I almost forgot this. One of the coolest moments was those four Ultimate Digimon running in slow mo or flying in slow mo past Takaru and Hikari, and they're looking on with Patamon in awe. And it's I feel like that's also an important scene that will be made note of later. So as as children move forward with their ultimate Digimon, Metal Greymon uses Trident Arm to pull that massive hand back and stop him from getting eaten. Koshiro, Taichi says, Koshiro, get him. Koshiro, not Koshiro, but Alter Kabuterimon, Garudamon, and Wergarumon, they do a triple attack, which in this animation looked really, really good. The attack was enough to get their fellow Digimon out of its claws. They go to their ultimate levels. They're all doing their best to attack, and in fact, we see a new attack from Zudomon called Hammer Boomerang, which, the boomerang goes down, but Groundramon blocks it, and then Garurumon goes to Sagittarius mode, which I didn't know that he had a size change because when he went to Sagittarius mode, he got bigger. Used his beams from his back to fire the hammer back down. It looked like it crushed Groundramon, but it stunned it momentarily because then it starts charging up for its big attack. The big attack knocks all of them on their butts. I mean, Yamato slams hard into a rock. And when Takaru was about to go check on his brother, saying, "Are you, big brother, are you okay?" He says, "Don't worry about it. We're all fine." And the others try their attacks on its hide. They try the Sagittarius beams, but they can't get through its thick armored skin. So then this is when the music starts kicking up. Taichi goes, "I got you." Metal Greymon turns into Altarius mode. That lone arm turns into the rail gun, and they zoom forward. And this is, I guess, is one of the focal points because Yamato in the back of his mind is going, Taichi, and the rest of the children get serious as he's going forward. And Metal Greymon sticks that railgun right into Groundramon's mouth, and he's starting to charge it up. And Taichi says, "Hey," he says, uh, "when he opens up his mouth, everybody attack at once. Give it all that you got." I'm gonna make a distinction on him saying he when he attacks. He didn't say when Metal Greymon attacks. He says when he attacks. So the railgun opens up. It makes this massive Digimon's mouth open wide, really wide. He's getting ready to charge up his attack while the railgun is charging. Everyone just piles in their attacks one after another, and it looks like it's doing something. But Groundramon still charging it up. Metal Greymon opens up and gives him a Giga Destroyer, tops it off. This Digimon's body starts to bubble up right before the explosion, and it just explodes, blowing everyone's kind of get blown back, but they all revert back to their rookie forms, and that's when they finally won. Koshiro mentions that if they find a strong Digimon like this off the bat, he can only wonder what else is going to happen. Well, as soon as he finished that sentence, purple lightning flashed, and we get Dark Knightmon appearing before them. Yamato had to update the rest of the children that did not see their battle with Dark Knightmon and let them know this was the guy that was trying to turn Patamon, into a Dark Digimon. So he's not a friend. And Mimi actually she says something that was on the mind of all of us. Really? So it's one thing after another, which that's actually a really funny thing. I give her kudos for that. Uh, Dark Knightmon is, with the swipe of his cape, he's knocking them all back. And then we get Takaru moving forward, and Yamato has some trepidations about this, but he says, "No, big brother, I want to fight beside you and Tai and all the others. Both of us can do this." And we get Patamon's Digivolution into Angemon, which was a sight to behold, actually, because Patamon's when the rookies digivolve into champions, they get enveloped in this light. So when they're not going for the full, production Digivolution, they get these ball lights. Patamon's ball light was way bigger than the others, and he still had a chance to, he had two angel wings sprout from him before his full body transformed into Angemon. And the scene was nice because the light was focused on him. The rest of the area was dark. There was tons of angel feathers falling all around, and that is where the episode ends. So, Encyclopedia was on Patamon, saying that Patamon's ears he has a hard time focusing because he can hear many things at one time and can withstand loud decibels, like up to I think it was 80 decibels, the loudness of a train roaring by. Which then Coach Rose said, "Are those even really ears?" Which earwings on a fluffy pig. What can you do? Next week is gonna be Angemon, and the next episode, it's the title is something akin to "The Children Must Survive." So yeah, I I saw a glimpse of a Digimon on the ground. I won't say who it was. I'm gonna just save that for next week. But it looks like we're gonna get another Dark Digivolution or Dark Evolution. So, with my biases aside, I will go through why I give this episode. It's a 4.5, but it's darn near a 5. Um, Animation was amazing. They did great moments of having everyone's attack combining together. Even whether it worked or not, the animation on it was great. The shots were great. There wasn't any lapses. Kind of like sometimes there's a little bit of lapse with Metal Greymon's facial features when he's going in for an attack. No lapses in facial features. We get an old Digimon and a fan favorite Digimon. If you're a hardcore Digimon fan, Groundramon. So we get two Digimon. Get to know the real size of Groundramon. Did not know he was that big. And the action is just nonstop. The danger is still ramped up. They still have to deal with whatever's causing the stuff going on in the real world. Yeah, it looks like the Zurimon, but the Zurimon are reacting to something else. I'm glad they haven't forgotten about Dark Knightmon. I'm glad we haven't gone another 5 episodes without Dark Knightmon showing up. But I am curious as to when Gatomon shows up. Uh, One of the things I was going to speak on was Greymon and Garurumon's interaction. Another reason I'm giving it 4.5 is it harkens back to episode 2 when Garurumon and Greymon meet, and they meet is when Taichi and Yamato first meet, and they make no, "Oh, it's you, yeah, it's you." I have a feeling whatever happened between them being the mega levels that fought in that holy war and them losing their memories, somehow Gabumon and Agumon were close to each other when all the dust settled, or they grew up from Digitama together. Those two have a really close relationship, and the fact that they both, fuse together adds to it. I'm really enjoying them showing how well they get along, how close they are. Uh, I really enjoy how they're showing how close Yamato and Taichi are in subtle ways. Because before, Yamato would have never been like, "Oh, Taichi," would been like, "What are you doing?" He's showing concern for everyone. He's saying that all his friends are strong and that they can get through this. Another thing I was going to make note of is when Taichi said when he gets Groundramon's mouth open. The children fight as a unit with their Digimon, which I have harped on over and over again, but it is now being reflected in how they speak. With, you know, Taichi telling Koshiro now, and the Hornbuster comes out. He's like, all right, and then Ultra Kabutorimon does the Hornbuster. It really does feel like they are not only showing us that they fight together with having the children on their Digimon while they fight, or even closer than close when they're battling another Digimon. The fact that they are now directing attacks and taking ownership of attacks, it's fantastic. I'm fully enjoying it. The only thing that would have made this episode even better if we got 3 new Digimon. Uh, it did move the plot forward. I'm gonna give it 4.5 because I have a feeling that episode 30 is gonna be where the juice is. If it doesn't, if if we start a 2 to 3 episode arc with 28, 29, and 30, I'm really interested in seeing what's gonna happen. Oh, actually, by episode 30, we'll be. I think it'll be Christmas actually. Oh, we might actually be skipping an episode, or they might be taking a break. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, episode 30 will be Christmas. So cross your fingers for something amazing. So yeah, guys, that's my take on it. It gets 4.5 for all the things I mentioned, not just my biases. I'm just pointing out to you guys. Pardon me, I had to sneeze. Just mentioning the reasons why I felt this way, the reasons why I believe the showing cohesiveness with characters, how they treat each other, how they interact with each other. Interaction is always great. Doesn't matter if I'm annoyed by Mimi or not. I see that she's supposed to be the viewer. It appears she's supposed to be the viewer. Yeah, 4.5. Great job, guys. Great job. So let me know what you thought of the episode. Let me know what are your thoughts on what's happening, and when do you think we're gonna see Gatomon? Actually, we did see they have a new ending song where everyone's in the real world. Some Digimon are wearing human clothes, like Tenamon's wearing a skull cap. Uh, Palmon's wearing like a shawl. It's pretty cute. What Takaru was fishing with Patamon, and we get a little Gatomon hiding while she's with Hikari. So Gatomon's coming. Gatomon is coming soon. So let me know what you guys think down below. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified of more videos like this one. I do these every Sunday, early Sunday morning, Sunday afternoons. Um, Please remember to share the videos. And again, I thank you for coming. As always, be good, be blessed, wear a mask, wash your hands, Black Lives Matter, and I will definitely be seeing you next time.